Yes. Here. Yes.
Red and blood blood!
Here. Yes. Here.
All right. Good. Yes.
All clear. You have completed this trial.
Here we go again.
The gate is now open. Proceed to the next trial.
Yes. Time goes by quickly on this island.
Let us be off. Yes, let us be off. Yes.
Yes. What a strange sight. I wonder what this means.
People consumed by dragons.
Good.
Maybe a listening history.
The Shaper's demise by the dragons. We have to help the dragon.
This is
Good.
just another act.
The dragon's demise by the Hyborian Empire. I wonder why we're seeing fragments of history here. Yes. History is Erion's speciality, and time is Hirin's.
Good.
Stir some memories. An alchemist.
I wonder if it's Malachi. Yes. This one is easy. 13 figures round a fire.
The circle.
Lessons in time and history. Yes. Yes.
I don't get that one.
This is a fateful decision that was taken by the Phoenix Guardian.
She gave Belial's mask
Good.
to Hokan Ashir.
Good. Yes. I just passed the 8th trial, right? Good. Where's the fanfare? Anyway, we're through. Let's check that rock.
As you wish.
The one's over there.
As you wish. As you wish.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Stay together!
Go, get them!
Go! The one's over there.
Let's stop them! The construction's going well. A level's just been added to the ziggurat.
Go! They're as good as dead.
To your order.
Charge!
Yes. The one's over there. How many more?
For the line! Let's stop them! Yes!
Attack!
Mark! To your order.
Attack!
For the line!
We are being attacked.
Two!
Attack!
Yes!
Ready!
To your order.
Go get them.
The construction's going well. A level's just been added to the ziggurat. Only one level to go. To your order.
Then let's get started.
Yes! Yes.
Good, good.
To your order.
Already here! Let's get it over with.
To your order.
Get ready.
The ziggurat has been finished.
You have completed this trial.
Proceed to the next trial.
The gate is open. Proceed
Good.
to the last trial.
That's fine.
Finally. Good. Good.
The puzzle has been reset.
Good.
The puzzle has been reset.
Yes. Totally clueless. I need to try something new.
The puzzle has been reset.
Yes.
The puzzle has been reset. The puzzle has been reset.
Magic happening around us. My old bones never lie.
Of course. What else should bring the light than the torch? That was too obvious. Good. Not sure about the direction. Totally clueless. I need to try something new.
The puzzle has been reset.
Yes.
The puzzle has been reset.
You feel that? Magic happening around us. My old bones never lie.
Of course. What else should bring the light than the torch? That was too obvious.
The puzzle has been reset.
Good.
Feel that? Magic happening around us. My old bones never lie.
Of course. What else should bring the light than the torch? That was too obvious.
The puzzle has been reset.
Feel that? Magic happening. Feel that? Magic happening around us. My old bones never lie.
Of course. What else should bring the light than the torch?
Yes.
That was too obvious. I'm getting the hang of this.
We're close. Really, really close.
Yes. The fire.
You have completed the last trial. Mortal, you have been found worthy. Step into the gate.
Yes.
Welcome, mortals, to the realm of the gods.
Thank you, Lord Hirin.
Before you continue your journey to our city, let me give you some instructions as to the nature of this place.
Hello?
The journey spell that brought you here from the stepping stones has transferred you not only to another place on Io, but to another dimension within the fabric of this whole world.
It can't hear you.
It's just talking on and on as if it had no life at all.
I hear you well enough, Shaikan, and you too, Demon Hunter.
Well, then we might get some answers.
Not so fast, mortals. I'm not here to discuss anything with you. This is not your place. You do not belong here.
But we've made it this far.
And just because my dear brother told you about the stepping stones doesn't mean you're going to be welcomed here with open arms.
I liked the other hearing better.
That was me 30,000 years ago, after we created the stepping stones as a challenge for the Shapers to reach our realm.
30,000 years ago?
I'm not here to teach you a lesson in history. I intended to throw you out again, because my brother couldn't stop meddling with mortal affairs. But as you are here now, you might even prove useful to me, and even to yourself.
How so?
A couple of days ago, a huge portal appeared in the south. Deluded and unresponsive spirits started streaming out, trying to force their way into the city. The gates were closed, and there wouldn't have been more to do. But the willing spirits, ready to accept their destiny, now have to wait outside too. And this noise is disturbing our meeting.
The noise? Of course it is.
The gates will only open once the portal and all that came through it is gone.
Why don't you do it yourself? You could let it rain down fire and be rid of them.
Don't question my motives, mortal. You want to enter the city? Fulfill my quest. See it as an 11th stepping stone. Only one that's a real challenge.
I just love quests that are impossible to complete.
Don't lose heart. What's the problem? All we have to do is defeat hundreds of enemies and destroy their siege weapons and a heavily guarded portal.
Well, when you put it like that... We need help.
Indeed. Just the three of us won't suffice.
I wish Keller was here. Yes. Yes. Good.
So, we meet again. I told you so.
Halakos, it's so good to see you.
Well, you seem surprised to see me. After all, this is the afterlife.
It's just that you're a little less solid than when I last saw you.
But more alive than then.
What happened after you died?
I'd rather not talk about it, Shaikan. It's very personal.
I understand, my friend. Maybe some other time.
Maybe.
Tell us what happened here.
When I arrived here, the spirits were all in uproar, as the gates had been closed and no one was let in. There were some very influential people about, but none of them could get in. That was when the very first projectile hit the outer walls of the city with a gigantic boom. The walls would hold, of course. Their magic is extremely strong. But I guess it's not just stones those spirits are throwing at us.
What did you do?
What I do best, Shakan. Rally some troops and fight the enemy, even against all the odds.
I see you've already rallied some troops here. Can you help us fight against those spirits?
I was hoping you would say that. It would be an honor to be led into battle by you.
Do you have any intelligence that might help us?
When a spirit dies, good or evil, their souls simply vanish. So, take good care of us, as we've got more to lose than just our lives.
You're going to be sorry. Good.
Immortal in this realm! Kashalatil, what more is to come?
How about this mortal asking you for your help?
We barbarians live for battle. If that is what you seek, then we will gladly join you in your fight.
Do you have any information that might help us?
I haven't seen Nashka around. Maybe she has joined the evil spirits.
What makes you think that?
My shaman, who came here with me, said that those spirits are deluded and can't remember their own past. That's why they're fighting against the city of the gods and against death itself. Nashka, too, is deluded. So, perhaps she might have joined with them.
Can I speak with your shaman, Vlad?
He was killed when trying to open the mind of one of the evil spirits. It just shrieked, and they both dissolved into nothingness.
Good. Yes.
You are a Shaikan, aren't you? I think I remember your face.
King Ulf. It's sad to see you here. I thought Iroh and Whisper had helped you free Seven Keeps.
Indeed they did. Seven Keeps is still a mess after the nameless onslaught, but with your help we managed to be rid of those demons.
So, what happened?
I don't know. I died in my sleep. Perhaps I just got old and weary from these constant battles.
What can you tell me about the situation here?
This is so like the siege of Seven Keeps, only that these are spirits, not nameless.
Tell me what you can.
Just look at the trebuchets and the enemy's organization, the way they're guarding the siege weapons, the formation pattern. It's all the same, only these are spirits. You are a
King Ulf. So, what?
I don't know. I died in my...
And you don't remember anything?
Oh, I remember a lot. It was a very peaceful passing. It was as I always pictured it would be.
I meant if you remembered anything suspicious about your death. Maybe a strange taste to the wine, or a sharp sting, or some magical energies, anything.
Why can't you just let it be? I died in my sleep, Shaikan. I wasn't murdered. And even if I had been, Redmond will be a much better king than I was. And so will my son when he's old enough to reign.
I'm sorry. After all these battles and plots I've seen, I suppose I'm suspicious of everything.
You're still young, Shaikan. Don't let these few years get the better of you. Look at me. I am old, but I am happy.
I might look young on the outside, but the dragon blood running in my veins prolongs the lives of our kind beyond human standards. I'm over 150 years old, and so have seen and done many things I'd like to forget. Especially never mind. Good. Yes. We are leaving. Then let's get started. Yes. Good. Forward. Yes. Good. Forward. There it is. The portal through which the reinforcements are coming.
This looks dangerous.
Yes. Yes. You've seen something like that before.
Doesn't it? Done more.
There's hardly a coincidence. Sasuke is free, a nameless portal has appeared in the realm of the gods, and evil spirits are attacking the city. Forward! They're as good as dead. You thank me for killing you again?
I've already been dead. By defeating me, you set me free from the terrible voice that bent my will.
The possession. Tell me more.
I can't. It's too terrible, even for a spirit. But please, my father, a bald spirit with a scarf around his head, is fighting for this evil spirit too. We were once warriors, fighting the Nameless and their terrible leader. We came too close to him, and in our death, he bent our souls to his will.
Making you unable to do anything but obey and fight.
But maybe a message can get through to my father's soul. Please, tell him that I, Omar, son of Imbra, am proud to be his son, and that he will always hold a place in my heart.
I'm sorry, Omar. I've already defeated your father.
Then I will meet with him soon, and I can tell him myself.
Yes. Good. 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 Yes. Let's get started. Over there. Forward. Then let's get started. Good. 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 We are leaving. Then let's get started. Good. 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 Yes. Good. Good. Yes.
Yes.
You are a
King.
in.
So,
I don't know. I died in my sleep. Perhaps I just got old and weary.
the Nameless might be behind this attack here. Will you and your men join me in the fight?
If it's the Nameless, then we fight at your side, Shaikan. This scourge must not enter the city of our gods. We have to fight.